YouTube, what's going on? So I wanted to make a special video on discussing the stock BA because I'm not sure if there's anyone out there that's following the stock and wanted to know some information and what's going on, right? So I'm gonna be using just I haven't looked over the stock. I can look over a stock in like a minute or two and can tell you exactly what's happening with the stock, right? All right. Number one, just looking at it, this stock is messy. This is the most messiest stock I've ever seen. The amount of inconsistent in this stock is crazy, man. Yeah, look at this. It's just gap up, gap down, gap up, gap down, gap. It's crazy. This would be difficult to trade. I won't even lie to you. This is extremely difficult to trade. Very, very difficult. But I can make sense out of nonsense. So let's go in the higher time frame real fast and see what's going on. In the higher time frame, you got good and bad. Good news is you're in a bull trend. Bad news is the stock can go down a lot more. The way what do I mean by that? Meaning that do you see this right here? 95, 85, 85, 90, 85, 79. The stock could go all the way down there and then reverse back up. Now, I know it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have to do it go down that low, but I'm just saying it could, right? It could do something like this. This is on the higher time frame type situation, right? Um, why do I draw this like this? Like on the higher time frame, just looking at it, this is what I would predict would happen to the stock overall. Okay? Regardless if it happened in 2026 or whatever, but on the higher time frame, nothing else changes. This is all I see, right? Coming down around, maybe it doesn't have to go down this far, but coming down to around right here, bounce off this gap, fill this gap, bounce up all the way up. Um, Unless it creates another fair value gap, but a different story. I'm just going off what I see right now. Okay, come down, bounces. So actually, I want to get in right here. So I'm actually gonna set a buy alert right here. I'm not paying for trading views, so I gotta do things a little differently. Because I don't need to do it. And as a matter of fact, this is actually better because there's no time limit on this. I don't have to come back 3, 4 months and be like, oh, I wonder if it's gonna disappear. Gotta restart it. This buy limit just buys the stock so it would alert me when it buys it. So down here is where I would go. I would buy a leap option on BABA. I know that sounds crazy, but honestly, this is no, this is what I see in the chart. Um, Let me see. So this candle you're seeing right now, this monthly candle, hasn't closed yet. So the gap that you see right here is called fair value gap. It has not closed yet, right? So based on the fluctuation of the stock within the next 7 days, would decide how big and wide the gap will be, right? It could come down to here. I doubt it'd be down this far, but it could come down to here, make the gap here, etc. But on a higher time frame, this is where I would love for it to come back down to before I would go and buy a leap option. I know it sounds scary because that's a really far drop, and then you see a drop like this, you might actually get out of the stock and be like, I don't want to trade this because the stock just keep crashing. But I have to wait and see. That's the higher time frame, right? Now let's go to the lower time frame. Let's go down a little bit lower. I no longer need anything right here. That's the higher time frame. The lower time frame, the weekly, I also actually do set up the same way. I don't see any good zone except for right here in between basically 89, 69. I would take a buy there or I take a starter. I might take a starter right here actually too because no, I'll basically wait. I'll wait for it to come down to my zone. On the daily time frame, the daily time frame is a little bit different. Little bit different. Let me check the 4 hours real fast. RSI is low. So on the daily time frame, you have very strong support right here. Very, 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 very strong support right there. Could bounce a lot of places. Could bounce right here. To look at the levels, just right here. You can look at them right here. There should be a bounce coming soon, but ultimately I will be patient and I will wait because I would like to buy a leap option on this one. So I will wait for this 86, 85 range a little bit lower. I will wait for that because that is the best possible places where I would like to take chances. Because I don't trust the stock, so I would rather take chances and somewhere where I know have a higher confident rating on it. But I do believe it's gonna bounce. It should bounce at 91. Um, the reason why I said that is because the RSI is burning up a little bit. So if it does any kind of aggressive push down, it will burn the RSI up and it will bounce. So definitely keep the RSI on, and when the RSI starts to burn up, if it starts to burn up at 91.15, definitely will likely bounce too. But I'm not interested in it right there. I'm interested in it down here. This is where I want it. I get this level, I will buy a leap option 1000%. I love it. I really, really like it. Really, really like it. Looks beautiful. Um, so on lower time frame, anything I don't really go anything lower than this right here. Um, yeah, so honestly, that's it. That's a simple analogy on BABA. Like, I know it's a very, like a stock that moves a little funny. That just gaps down and gaps up like crazy, man. So to be accurate with it, you have to be more patient than anything else. Some people right now probably are gonna sell. A lot of people are gonna be selling because it's just like this big green candle, and then all of a sudden it's coming all the way back down. So a lot of people is most likely gonna sell. On a higher time frame as well, what I do notice is it's already tapped into a lot of its fair value gap up top. So the only one that it has not tapped into is this 202 one. So sounds crazy, but it could make it up there unless something changes. Um, I could see it making up to there in the future. Who knows how long, but it could make it up there. Who knows? But all I know is I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna relax, and I'm going to wait. As a matter of fact, let me put my thing right here. 1 month fair value gap. So I'm probably definitely gonna take starters though, cause it might not come down that far. So I'll take my starters right here. Yeah, around right there, 87.15. Take a starter right there, and then add to it when it comes down lower. But yeah, right now I do like BABA in a higher time frame. It's gonna take some time to get down to my level, but I do believe that this thing is about to make a massive run in the future. That's just what I think. I can't tell you guys what to do, but just based on what I'm seeing, it could do something like like come down here and top out this high that it just made and make a massive run up to any one of these levels, any one of those levels. So the next run, I believe, could be very massive for this stock. But that's just me. Again, I can't tell anybody what to do. This is what I'm doing. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next one.